Thank you, Mr. Purpose. Mr. Stevens? Sure. Feel better.
Bill Stevens, Bowl Place, Edison. Just to quickly finish up, Mr. Baumann said something that I guess I wasn't aware of before. On Harts, you're saying the council was the redevelopment entity and you were the redevelopment agency?
I'm the redevelopment council. I'm not, the redevelopment agency is the agency that the ordinance is considering tonight to create.
But then who, you said that the redevelopment entity couldn't be the redevelopment agency, so how are we redeveloping Harts?
No, I apologize. The redevelopment entity could be one of four public bodies: the Township of Edison, an Edison Redevelopment Agency, Edison Housing Authority, or the County Improvement Authority. Those are the four choices that could be the redevelopment entity.
All right, and who could be the redevelopment agency?
The redevelopment agency could be the redevelopment agency. In other words,
You can have an entity and do redevelopment without having an agency.
yeah, this is the statute. Admittedly, is very confusing. The governmental body charged with implementing a redevelopment plan could be any one of those four public bodies. So the statute redevelopment entity is meant to is designed to say who has the council designated as the party, the governmental entity for implementing the plan, and it could be the municipality, the redevelopment agency if this one is created, and the council determines to designate them for as the redevelopment entity.
All right, so as the council as the redevelopment entity requested that you as their attorney draw up this ordinance.
Now, this ordinance has really has nothing to do with a redevelopment entity. This is to create a redevelopment agency.
No, but you just said you were their attorney as the redevelopment entity. If you're their attorney as the redevelopment, are you saying you work for other people besides them in the municipality?
I have lots of municipal clients.
No, here.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
The question's simple. You're the attorney for the redevelopment entity.
I'm the attorney for the Township of
For Harts
Edison.
Mountain, which is the only one I know of right now that we're doing, outside of the administration's doing Jackson Avenue. If you're their attorney, it's my understanding, we were told by well, somebody's attorney, that you wrote up this legislation. That you're the author of this document.
Ready? I'm the attorney for the Township of Edison.
Well, we are making progress, Mr. Lair. Apparently you've been replaced.
Township of Edison.
No, wait a second. You know, you guys did
look,
this.
I got to tell you, I just want to answer your questions politely. If you let me answer, we can really make this work. The Township has several attorneys. Mr. Lear, myself, I think there's a Labor Council, so there's a number of lawyers who do specialized services for
Can the mayor be the redevelopment entity?
Mr. Stevens, no, Mr. Stevens, with all due respect, if we ask a question to Mr. Baumann, we have to let him finish.
I thought he was finished.
No, I don't believe he was.
Go ahead.
So in fairness to him, because I know we already said, hey, we're going to hold our comments, but if Mr. Baumann wants to give us information, we have to listen to what he says until he's finished.
Right.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So to complete the thought, I was retained as special counsel to the Township of Edison. My client is the Municipal Corporation of the Township of Edison.
Yet the mayor cannot be the redevelopment entity, right?
Only the township can. See,
Right.
the mayor is the
Which surprise to the mayor is not him.
I'm certain the mayor
No,
understands.
by law. I'm not being facetious now. I'm being very seriously. If you read, and I'm sure you've read this legislation back and forth, it specifically states in there that he can't. The mayor cannot be the redevelopment entity. And I've been told that by a number of attorneys that are just as proficient in this as you are.
It does
It could
not.
be the council, it can be the housing authority, just the same ones you mentioned, but not the mayor.
It does not say that it can't be the mayor.
Doesn't say it can be the mayor either, though.
It also doesn't say it can be the council.
All right. As an attorney for Edison Township, and I apologize because I honestly thought, kind of was led to believe that you were the redevelopment attorney, not just an attorney for Edison Township. Have you filed your financial disclosure form this year?
I'm not required to file a financial disclosure form.
He's not. He's not an employee or an appointee. He is actually a special counsel for the township. I am a director of law. I am required. I'm an officer of.
No, I understand
community.
that.
He's not. He's not required to.
But everybody in the law, right, everybody that normally was in the law department, like the prosecutors and what have you.
They are, because they're salaried employees of the Township of Edison.
And who's paying, who's paying him?
He's being paid through the township, through voucher process that we normally go through with special counsel. That's under contract. He's not employee of the Township of Edison.
All right. It's, my only point is, and again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to hold you up here any longer. I know I'm sure you're tired of hearing the same thing over and over and over again. The bottom line, if you have been convinced that this is the best thing to do in the interest of Edison Township, I would beg you to go back and have it rewritten. To have it made much more specific about who needs to come back to you, when they need to come back to you, to ensure that one day you don't have the same feeling that the previous council had, is that they were put completely out of the process. And all kinds of meetings took place and all kinds of deals were made that they knew nothing about until afterwards. And I wouldn't want to see you put in that same position. So I'm not saying not even not to do it. If you in your heart think it's the right thing to do it right. Go back and have it rewritten so that they do, in fact, in that legislation, have to come back to you every step of the way to get approval. Because if they don't, a whole lot of things will be done that you have no control over. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Ms. Wales?
Ellen Wales, Woodbridge Avenue, Edison. Just for clarification,